What's up, YouTube friends? Today we're going to make these St. Patrick's Day coin purses or treat bags. The things you're going to need to make one of these coin purses is one piece of lining fabric that measures 6 by 12 inches, one piece of mid-weight fusible interfacing. This is Pellon number 931TD. This also measures 6 by 12. You're going to need a piece of the outside fabric that also measures 6 by 12. You're going to need one zipper. This is a 7-inch zipper. You'll need one piece of ribbon. It doesn't need to be this long. This just goes for the pull tab on our zipper. And finally, I'm going to be using this heat transfer vinyl. I have this gold glitter. I went onto Cricut Design Space and I found 6 images that I liked, and then I blew them up or shrunk them down to 2 inches and then cut them out. So here is my inspiration pic. I've saw this on Pinterest for years now, and I'm going to try to recreate it my way. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my fusible interfacing. I'm going to put it the bumpy side down on the wrong side of my outside fabric. And now I'm just going to fuse this down per the manufacturer's instructions. And I know you can't see it very well with this light colored fabric, but it is on there. Next, I'm going to take my zipper with my outside fabric facing up. I'm going to line up the top edge of my zipper with the pole facing down. Next, I'm going to take my lining fabric and I'm going to lay that right on top, face down. And then I'm just going to stick a clip or a pin. Now I'm just going to take this over to my sewing machine and back stitching at the beginning and the end. Using my zipper foot, I'm just going to sew all the way down. So today I'll be using a straight stitch and my length is a 2.5. I went ahead and switched out my foot for a zipper foot. So I'm just going to run my fabric along this edge of my presser foot. My needle is going down here on the left side. I backstitch at the beginning and just keep sewing. So it should look like that. Now we're just going to open this up so that the zipper's at the top and right side's up. I just like to give it a good finger press at this stage. And we're going to take this back over to our sewing machine and I'm going to top stitch right along this top edge. If you want to throw some clips in so nothing moves, feel free. So I'm just going to come about 1/8 of an inch away from my zipper and backstitch. And then just sew all the way down. Next, we're going to take the bottom raw edge, we're going to fold that up to match the top of our zipper. I'm going to flip it around and do the same thing with our lining fabric. So it should look something like this. Then I just threw a couple clips so nothing moved, and I'm going to take this back over to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew down this other edge of our zipper. Now to top stitch this, you want to open up your zipper, turn it right sides out. I'm just going to give it a nice finger press. Make sure everything is laying nice and smooth, and then just top stitch this just like we did the other one. Then you just want to fold it so that the wrong sides are back out and separated. Just like that. My zipper's here in the middle. And next we're going to close the sides, but we need to leave an opening for turning. So I'm going to leave about a 2-inch opening on one of my lining sides. I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine, and I'm just going to sew with a 1/4-inch seam allowance down both sides, backstitching at the beginning and the end. And I like to kind of pinch and fold my zipper towards the lining and stick a pin or a clip. You also want to open up your zipper so that the pull tab is somewhere in between here. If it's out here, you're going to be cutting it off. Alright, I switched these out to pins because I just think they hold a little bit better. So like I said, I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine with the 1/4-inch seam allowance. I'm going to backstitch at the beginning and the end, sew all the way down. On the other side, I'm going to start here. I'll sew all the way down to my pin and stop and backstitch. I'll restart right here, backstitching at the beginning, and then finish my seam backstitching at the end. So that was my first pin. I backstitched, and I'm just going to raise my presser foot and my needle and then just move it down to my second pin. And backstitch. And on this side I can just sew all the way down. Next, I'm just going to trim off my zipper tails, and I'm going to turn this all right side out through our little opening. And then using my bone folder, I'm just going to make sure that my corners are nice and sharp, and that my seams are laying nice and flat. And now we just need to sew our little opening closed. So all you got to do is give it a little bit of a tug, and it should close nicely. And then I'm just going to stick a pin or two and take this back over to my sewing machine and just sew that closed. Now you could use a matching thread so you don't even see it, but I'm just going to use the cream color that's already in my machine. Be sure to backstitch at the beginning and the end, and I'll be using about an 1/8 inch seam allowance. You just want to get as close as you can to this edge, but still close your opening. Now just trim any of your thread tails. And we want to stuff our lining down into the bag. So here is what it looks like. So now I'm just going to close this. I like my zipper to be closed on the left hand side. So now I'm just going to take my heat transfer vinyl. I'm going to do this little shamrock coin on this one. I'm going to line it up here in the center. And I'm going to iron this on per the manufacturer's instructions. It does recommend not using an ironing board because it's soft. This is harder than a regular ironing board, so I'm just going to use it. I'm going to cover with a Teflon sheet and then just press for 10 to 15 seconds. And then I'm just going to press it for another 5 to 10 seconds. And isn't that pretty? And now I'm just going to add my ribbon to my zipper pull. So I'm just going to fold it in half first. I'm going to stick it through the hole. And then stick my ends through this little loop. And I think I'm going to keep it long like that. It just looks really cute. And now the best part is filling it full of candy. So I went to the best place to fill up treat bags, the $1.25 store, and I got a bunch of candies with gold wrapping. I got some Rolos, Reese's, Twix, and then these little caramel truffles. They also had some plastic gold coins that I picked up, and some confetti. I'm just going to use the gold kind, and I'm just going to put a few of these treats per bag. And this size holds plenty of candies or little trinkets. And after St. Patty's Day, they could just use it as a coin purse. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you guys give this a try. If you like this video and want to see more of my videos, go down below and hit that big red subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Feel free to share this video across your social medias. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to wear green next Monday, and I'll see you next time.